Right. Let's dive in, shall we? Today we're looking at Leo, this Tamil action film, and wow, it's been making some serious noise.
Yeah, it's definitely caught my eye too.
Oh yeah, it's got everyone talking, huh? It's breaking box office records and it's part of this whole Lokesh Cinematic Universe thing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot to unpack here. So we're going off this review we found, and just from the get-go, the premise is just it grabs you.
Oh yeah.
So you've got Parthi, right? Seems like a regular guy, owns a cafe, loves
Yeah.
rescuing animals,
Mhm.
like the ideal neighbor, right?
Yeah, totally.
But, and here's the twist, he's got this whole hidden past, a past full of violence that he's trying to escape.
That's what got me hooked. I mean, you see that contrast, right?
Yeah.
Peaceful life, but then boom, this dark, violent history.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, like, what is he running from?
Exactly. And what kind of chaos is going to come knocking on his door?
Speaking of chaos,
Yeah.
we got to talk about Vijay, the actor playing Parthi. This review, they just rave about his performance,
Yeah.
intense, brooding, like a guy carrying the weight of the world, or, well, at least a really heavy past on his shoulders.
It's interesting though, right? Because it's not just like, surface level intensity.
Right.
The review talks about these little details, the way he uses his eyes, his body language. Like he's always on edge, waiting for something to happen.
It makes you think,
Yeah.
what exactly is in that past of his? They keep mentioning secrets.
Right. Secret.
What kind of secrets?
Uh,
Are we talking like, deep, dark family stuff?
Yeah.
Or is it connected to the villain, Antony?
Oh, good point. Sanjay Dutt's playing Antony, by the way. And he's always been amazing at playing these intimidating characters.
Oh, yeah, he could be scary.
Yeah, and you add the whole Lokesh Cinematic Universe to the mix, it gets even more interesting.
The LCU.
Yeah. So for anyone who's not familiar, it's basically this whole world that Lokesh, the director, has built. And all these films are connected, The storylines intertwine, characters pop up in different movies.
So this is like bigger than just this one film?
Exactly. It's like what happens in one movie can have consequences in another.
Right.
So having Antony and Leo, it could tie into other stories, other characters. Who knows?
That's so cool. It makes it feel like more important.
Right. Like the stakes are higher.
Yeah, exactly. Like everything matters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so intense performance, intriguing villain, but we got to talk about the music too, because the review, they single out Anirudh Ravichander, the composer.
Oh, he's brilliant.
Yeah, they specifically mention Na Ready, this one track. Have you heard it?
Oh, yeah. It's such a powerful track. And what Honoré does so well is he doesn't just make background music,
What do you mean?
Like his music, it becomes part of the action. It like amps up the emotion.
Oh, I get it.
Imagine that track, Not Ready, playing during one of those big fight scenes.
Oh, yeah.
The energy would be insane.
Oh, I can only imagine. And speaking of action, the visuals, they sound incredible. The review uses words like stunning and brutal. Like they really went all out to make this a spectacle.
And that's totally Lokesh's style. He's known for these like visually stunning, really well choreographed action scenes.
Yeah, I've heard that about him.
There's this kinetic energy to his directing, the way he uses the camera, the editing. It's like nonstop momentum.
Makes you want to see it for sure.
For sure.
But, okay, here's the thing. The review praises the performances, the visuals, the music. But when it comes to the writing, it seems like people are a little more divided.
Interesting.
Yeah, some critics, they found the plot predictable, even with all the action and these larger-than-life characters.
Yeah, I think that touches on something, about action movies in general.
What do you mean?
Well, you have these tropes, right? The mysterious past, the reluctant hero, the scary villain, and audiences love those. They're comforting in a way.
Yeah, it's familiar.
Right, but then there's also that desire for something new, something that surprises you.
Like a new twist on the old formula.
Exactly.
So maybe it's about finding that balance.
Totally. How do you give people those satisfying action moments but still keep them guessing?
Right, exactly. So, okay, wrapping it all up, Leo is this action-packed film with powerful performances, amazing visuals, a killer soundtrack, and it's all tied into this whole Lokesh Cinematic Universe, which adds another layer of depth. And let's not forget, it's made a whopping 600 crore at the box office.
Oh, yeah, that's huge. One thing that really stuck with me was how the film plays with this idea of duality. You have Parthi trying to live this normal life, but then his violent past comes back to haunt him. And that tension, that contrast, it's what keeps you hooked.
That's a really good point. I hadn't thought about it that way.
It makes you think about other action films too, right? How many of them use that same idea, that hidden past coming back? It's a classic for a reason. It works.
Yeah. It definitely makes you think. And at the end of the day, we can talk about it all day, but reviews are just one perspective, right?
Totally. You got to see it for yourself and decide what you think.
Exactly. So if you're looking for an action-packed, visually stunning film with strong performances and a connection to a bigger universe, Leo is definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Let us know what you think.
Absolutely.